it looked impossible, you know. And I'm talking about Berkeley, no, I'm not talking about Berkeley, California. I'm talking about Berkeley. When I was living here as a kid, nobody was in Berkeley. You know, nobody was in Berkeley. That was unheard of. That was just another town. Oh, what's in Berkeley? Well, that way in Berkeley, it's, what is it, west of us or whatever. It's almost in DuPage County. After you leave out there, you're in Elmhurst, you're in DuPage County. But we have a librarian in Berkeley, and who's going to be doing other things and greater things. And there's some more people from there I see I'll be announcing soon. And he is grew up in Maywood, lived down the streets from me, graduated from Proviso East, active in sports, now active in community, is a part of our group program. First of all, Brother Sidebound Stan, he's a part of that group. Brother Larry, to my right, Brother Quincy, and these are legitimate people who are doing legitimate things and believe in little in the things of the community. Brother Sides, from blogs to computers to community, he's just so busy, but we're keeping him active in his hometown and making him do what he has to do, and he will continue that. But Brother Ashford took the roots from the Maywood area and went and settled over in the Berkeley area and became their librarian. And as Dr. King say, there's a milestone, things that you thought couldn't happen, did happen. Maybe everybody didn't. It's a shame they didn't live to see, but I'm sure they're smiling down in heaven looking on it. Brother Willie Ashford.
Willie Ashford.
Many of us know how to get to the library in Berkeley.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, in the initiative, Willie is our little brother. So he's the guy we pick on, and I call on him constantly to do stuff. Never without a gripe. Every single thing I ever ask, case in point, he's got something to say, but he always gets the job done. Give him a hand as he comes through.
Thank you, Brother Hampton, and my big brother here. For that fantastic introduction. I could have done better myself. But I'd like to talk to you about the trek that I, from where I came from to where I am now with the library system. By the way, I'm not a librarian, I'm a president and trustee of the library. It started back in this little town called Maywood. We lived on 17th and Madison. Anybody remember the library branch there on 17th and Madison? Yes, that was one of my favorite places to go to. I can remember we lived in an apartment building, a one-bedroom apartment building. A lot of kids, a lot of my sisters and brothers were all there. There were 7 of us in a one-bedroom apartment building. But the way I found out to get away from all that ruckus and all of them sisters and brothers in my way, I went to the library. And I'm kind of glad I grew up that way because I got the library in my blood. So later on, I spent a lot of time there, and then I decided that I went to Proviso East and I wanted a job at the library. Okay, I worked a summer in the library. Then after that, I kind of like still went to the library, but when I moved to Berkeley, I walked in this little library, and I said, I think I'd like to do something with this. And I actually, the director at the time, how do you get involved? She gave me the application, and that's how it all started at the Berkeley Public Library. The other thing I'd like to say is that libraries are having issues. You hear about what's happening in the city. They want to close some. They want to cut back on the days, lay people off with libraries. And those are our learning institutions. They are a part of the whole learning system, the schools, the libraries. Now libraries, some people say because of the internet that libraries are
changing. And it looks like I'm going to be there a little while. Even, I tell you, I was thinking about retiring. When I retire, I'm going to give me a job at the library in some capacity. I enjoy it so much. But I would like to thank you for this award, and thank you for your time.
Also, another milestone we have,
Great job.
a person from Grange, Illinois, there's African Americans in that town, and they have a wonderful King Day tribute given by the NAACP every year in LaGrange at the East Side Center. And that is really a marvelous tribute at the East Side Center in LaGrange, located in LaGrange, given by the LaGrange NAACP. And one of the persons that worked with that is, she's now Reverend Lynn Davis Lacey.
All right, Reverend.
Let's go a step farther. She's the first park commissioner in LaGrange, Illinois. A milestone, Lynn Davis Lacey, and let's give her husband, Mr. Lacey, a hand. Thank you, Mr. Lacey. So Dr. King's dreams is a reality. None of it is in vain. All of that is a reality. This is proof of fact. These are people that are first. You know, a lot of people didn't even want to run because they thought they couldn't win or would not be accepted to win. But this courageous lady, Miss Lynn Davis Lacey, who I've known a long time and has been very active, did what she had to do. And we, even though we don't live there in LaGrange and around, must support her and keep Dr. King's image going and keep her good work going. Miss Lynn Davis, Reverend Commissioner Lynn Davis Lacey.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
This is a celebration.
Yes, it
First of all, I'd like to thank Bill and everyone for giving me this award, but I didn't get it by myself. First of all, LaGrange is much different than the Bellwood, Maywood area. We need a lot of help out there. One of my things in LaGrange, they don't get involved. I have been in LaGrange over 64 years. 64 years. They always had black people believing that you wasn't qualified and you wasn't good enough.
That's right.
And I had a young man come out and interview me, and he said, what's the difference when you were going to school and now? I said, it's really no different. I said, they have tricked us to believe that we were not qualified, but we're just as qualified as anybody else. And I got to thinking, after I did that little interview, I said, I'm going to run for something to see how it is. I have always been active in the NAACP. I was president for a couple of years. Matter of fact, I would look around at the school district. I was the only black parent up there, me and my husband. But we couldn't get anybody else involved. So this is what I'm trying to do, get people involved with young people.
Yes.
I didn't run for myself. I read that somebody will follow in my footsteps.
Amen.
It's time for a change. And we are too far back in the way, depending on everybody else. We're paying taxes, so why not let our taxes work for ourselves?
Amen.
One of the another things that I started in LaGrange 11 years ago, the Lord came to me and told me to feed His people. I saw a homeless man walking down the street with a turkey. I said, Lord, being funny, well, how that man gonna cook a turkey if he ain't got no place to stay? He said, you do it. So I told my family about it. That was 11 years ago. We have started feeding over, during Thanksgiving time and during the winter months, over 250 people. And we have some of the people we come out to Maywood and pick up the people also. And I feel this way, if you can't give back, it's gonna mean living.
Yes.
And I learned that a long time ago. Yes, I'm from LaGrange, but I went to school at Triton College. And this is where I met Fred Hampton. And at that time, when you mentioned black in school, you got scared and bent down because you didn't see nothing but little black things with little red lips and everything else, so it was embarrassing. But when I came to Triton, I took a black history class, and I found out black people was doing everything white folks were doing. And so when I met Fred, yes, I got a little militant. They had threatened to kick me out the house without me over. But these are some of the things I learned as a child. And matter of fact, my roots are from Louisiana. My mom and dad both. but these are some things that instilled in me to help other people. And just because you live in a big house, driving a fine car, you have not arrived. And that's what
You better say it.
That's what's wrong. They have tricked us to believe just because we live next door to them, we all right. No,
Yes.
we're not all right to each and every last one of us. Do have a house,
Yes.
a job,
Yes.
a place to go, and kids to go to school. Again, I'd like to say thank you very much for just even thinking about me. I really do appreciate it, but my work is not done. And I am passing it on to my kids, because even my grandkids help serve the homeless and everything like that. So again, I'd like to say thank you and keep the work going.
God bless you.
Thank you very much. Okay, this next young man I'm going to introduce is another great man.